Boy, oh boy, this is not going to be a nice one. Skip here. I'm a little pissed, and I've had some time to think. Yeah, we're gonna dig into the numbers here, are we? Boy, oh boy. Kings versus the Blazers. More like Blazers versus Blazers doing layups, doing a lot of layups, layup drills, layup line, shot line. It wasn't cool. Let's just say it wasn't cool. And let's get into it, shall we? All right. So, we can just the tail of the tape here. Now, here's the weird thing, and this is how you know. This is how you know what it goes to, based off of what you're getting ready to see over here. Flat out, like flat all like we got outplayed. And the refs helped them a little bit. I don't want to make it seem like they didn't. They did. But most of it was us. We did it to ourselves. Field goal percentage, you can see. And and I should come back. I'm going to come back to that one last. Let's do that one last. Let's go somewhere else first. 3-point percentage. Luke said we're going to shoot more threes. Luke delivered. We shot more threes. We shot 37. We made 15. That's 40%. Good job, Lukey. What else did we need to do? We needed to move the ball more, and we had 17 assists, but they had 23. And that's another one of those things that we're going to come back to and really pay attention to here in a little bit. Okay. Next, rebounds. Hey, we needed to be a better rebounding team. What did we say the two main things were? Okay, now all we need to do is rebound. So let's get Enes Kanter. All right, and we just need better defense because, look at the point differential. If we were just locking down maybe another 3 possessions, we'd be pulling out these games. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. What's next? Steals. Hey, defense. We need more defense. Look, we got 10 steals. 2 more steals than they got, right? Offensive rebounds. Look, they had 5 offensive rebounds. We had 13 offensive rebounds. Again, we're going to come back to the offensive rebounds because we won that one, but we're going to come back to it. We had 2 blocks. They had 5 blocks. I hope you're starting to see a pattern here, and if you're not, it's okay. Your boy Skip's here. I know the pattern. I'm gonna help you with it. Turnovers. We did atrocious with turnovers against Phoenix, right? Like, hey, if we just didn't have unforced turnovers, maybe, just maybe, we wouldn't have got blown out. Maybe we only lost by 6. Maybe. So they beat us. They had 1 less. They had 16. We had 17. We did better. Now let's go back to that field goal percentage. We took 87 shots. And we made 42% of them. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Not bad. They took 46 shots. Excuse me. They took 85 shots, 2 less than us. It's late. Really late. And they made 46. So they made 9 more shots than us. Their field goal percentage was 54.1. So I'm going to put some numbers here together for you. I'm not smart enough to do all this, but let's just look for a pattern. I'm smart enough to look for patterns. You're smart enough to look for patterns. Let's look for patterns. 54% field goal percentage. 36% 3-point percentage. I didn't cover there. It's 36% league average. Free throws. They went to the line 22 times. They made 19. They shot 86%. Assists. 23. Field goal percentage, 54. Assists, 23. Offensive rebounds, 5. Rebounds, they had 40. We had 3 more. So they were rebounding. They were defensive rebounds. Right? Offensive rebounds, 5. Again, pattern. Field goal percentage, 54%. Assists, 23 to our 17. Offensive rebounds, 5. Blocks. We'll come back to that one. Turnovers, 16. Our defense was terrible. 54% field goal. A lot of them were layups. Look, we shot 37 threes. They shot 7 less. I mean, we shot 37 threes. They shot 7 less than us. 3 away from 10 less than us. The 3 is significant, don't get me wrong. And we shot 4% better. They made 4 less. So where were their points coming from? In the paint. We just left our paint open. And they were just going in there. Our perimeter defense wasn't piss poor, wasn't great, but like, we were running them off the line a little bit, and we were, and I'll give it, if you would have watched, you would have seen that. But you can see their points were coming from in the paint. And the reason why they only had 5 offensive rebounds is because they weren't needing to rebound. They were getting to the rim, or they were getting the foul call, and the ref was sending them to the line. We got Dame in foul trouble early, and we didn't take advantage of it. Our offense was atrocious. I'm glad we shot more threes, but I can tell you, some of those threes I didn't want us to shoot. And I was screaming at the void, which is the Sacramento Kings crowd, although there were people turning around like, who's that crazy black man by himself screaming obscenities about basketball? Well, it was your boy Skip. Hi. Sorry about that. I'm really, really sorry. It's just I was frustrated. The steals, we had 2 more, but only 2 more. They were just bothering shots. They didn't need to steal the ball from us. They weren't trying to play make on defense. They were just trying to play straight up, be honest, and be in position to get the rebound. And that's why when you look at that, we only had 3 more rebounds than them, and we out-rebounded them on offense by 8 rebounds. It didn't matter because we didn't convert those back over into buckets. I think from some of the rebounds that I remember us seeing, I remembered like maybe, which isn't terrible, but it's not great. Maybe 6 points off of our offensive rebound, 6 to 8. Now, yeah, this is probably a different story if Marvin Bagley hadn't broken his finger and he's on the floor. But you got to play with the guys that you got. You got to play with the hand that you were dealt, the deck that's in front of you. So hopefully for you, and then same thing blocks. So blocks, I relate back to the where was it? Blocks and something were going together. I don't even remember. It doesn't even matter. What you see is apparent enough. It was pretty ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous. And I was watching it, and they were up on us. And I would say maybe in total we probably put together 10 to 12 minutes of basketball, but that's a quarter. It's not a whole game. It's a quarter. There was a time, there was a big push from Harrison Barnes and Rashawn Holmes. They were doing some damage. Buddy Hield went on a little bit of a tear earlier on. But and Rashawn Holmes is, one of my favorite players on the team, and so is Harrison Barnes. But those shouldn't be. They don't get me wrong, they can start a fire by being a spark. But those are your guys that you really just want to be consistent. Those aren't your guys that you want leading the charge in the turnaround. Like if Fox or Hield or even Bogey or Bagley, and I would prefer Fox and Buddy. If those aren't your guys that are leading the charge for a turnaround, your turnaround's probably not going to be sustained that much. We started off the game shooting way too many jump shots, and I wasn't happy with it. And what's bad about it is when some of those ill-advised jump shots go in, you have more confidence to continue. And we didn't need the confidence. We need to get to the line. We need to get to the line, get them in foul trouble, and then stroke it from the line. Now, yeah, are we one of the best shooting free throw teams? No. But it doesn't matter because the rule still applies. Even if you're not a great free throw shooting team, still for them to be in the penalty, it doesn't matter. If you get a foul, you still get to go and shoot free throws. And it could end up being, after that, it could end up being one of your better free throw shooters, like a Bielitsa or like a Buddy Hield. So it can end up working out for you. Not only that, but you get a break. You get to suck some wind and get back in the game, refocus a little bit, get some instructions from coach over off the side. It was really, really bad. Dwayne Dedman, who again is another person who I was so happy to be here, hurt us tonight. Hurt us. But but the thing is that even though he hurt us, I still am not putting it on him so much. I'm mostly putting it on Luke Walton. Luke Walton's lineups were atrocious and weird. I wish I had some notes like Tap had. I don't. I'm more of an off the cuff guy. I'll create some notes though next time around. When you're at the game, and it was how tired I am. It's late. And there are you got your friends. It's the home opener. It's a little different. So I didn't get to take notes per se and all that stuff, but the view that I had was awesome. Anybody who joined in on the stream earlier, although it was like kind of a choppy, cutty stream, and that's because the Wi-Fi in there sucks, and I hate being on public Wi-Fi because you're vulnerable. And I'm a vulnerable guy, but I don't want my device to be vulnerable. But back to the point. Flat out, this just sucked. Luke Walton has a lot of things to fix. As of right now, I mean, don't get me wrong. Our defense is already better than it was last year. Don't get me wrong, but how much is that saying? If we landed like 26th or 23rd in defense last year, and I think we were closer to like 26th, 27th. If that's where we landed, then right now we're 24, 25. Like, we're not that much better. We're better. We're 23 at best, but even still, you're bottom third tier in the league. You can't. We're especially in the West. The way things are like this year, we're not. And this is a very hopeful, faithful guy that you're not. Like, I'm gonna be upfront with you right now. It's late. You're not going to get into the playoffs like that. You're not. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not like that. No, I'm not spelling doom and gloom. This is 2 games. 2 games. Okay? I get it. It's 2 games. And I was the one for the Phoenix game saying, hey, everybody calm down. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody calm down. Remain in your seats. That was me. And it's not that game wasn't significant. I believe in what Grant said. Those are the games that if you're sniffing the playoffs, on the other side of 2020, you look back at games like that and you kick yourself in the rear because those are games that you would have liked to really handle your business when you're a better team on paper. But you can't just be a better team on paper. You have to be a better team on the hardwood. We didn't play with the right intensity tonight. I'll tell you our demeanor. Our demeanor was confusion. We didn't know what we should do. We didn't know what we could do. We didn't even know what we wanted to do. We were just doing things. And sometimes things worked. And sometimes we could string a few things together. But far too often we were shooting jump shots instead of going to the rim. And that was really the biggest thing that hurt us. That was the biggest thing that hurt us. I'm so glad that we shot that many threes, but we shot too many twos. Straight up, I'll tell you that. And some of the people shooting had no business. We weren't even deep in the shot clock and where it was going to turn over for the most part. But some of the people we had shooting had no damn business and no damn right. Facts. So, final score, I believe it was 122 to 112. Yeah, it was. We can run down individual player stats. That's fine. There's no harm in that. There probably is some harm in that. Like, if you want to, you can pause it if you want to look over Portland's stats. I'm not. Excuse me. I'm not in a place to do that right now. Let's come back and look over at ours. So, De'Aaron Fox, 34 minutes. We're getting him there. I don't think it's time to start playing him the minutes that we really fully want to yet, but that 34 minutes is fine. 34 minutes, 28 points, 7 of 18, 3 of 5 from 3. Thank you, Fox. And I would have liked him to had made one more and be 12 for 14, but 11 for 14 is good. Fox was, as you can see, the only one getting to the line. Buddy Hill got to the line one time, and it was a 3-point play and was for him to shoot 3 free throws. That's not good enough. That's piss poor. Our best shooter should be getting to the line more. And Buddy proved last year that he can put the ball on the floor and he can go to the rim. He's got a better body than Fox. He can bang, he can battle more. Like he should actually be going. I mean, Fox should be going more because Fox is Fox. He doesn't have the frame yet though, and that's part of the reason why he doesn't. That's part of the reason when he does, his moves end up being those, like, instead of going, like, even Dame, like, Dame goes and Dame's crafty. He'll go into the body of the big. Fox will not do that. And he's bigger than Dame, but he's not girthier than Dame. Dame will go into the body of the big and thread the needle and go underneath and get his foul. You know, he'll hit the floor. Fox won't. Fox will go up and then Fox's thing is go in and lean back. Lean back. We just pull up our pants and do the rock away. Now lean back. Fat Joe is out of style, De'Aaron Fox. I love you, but no. When you go straight. Because if you fall back, the refs aren't going to give you the call, bud. You got to go forward, and you're going to fall, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to suck. And I know you want to keep playing for us, and I know your frame is a little frail right now. But if you don't start doing the right things, and you know, and I can pull back and I can say, well, hey, having a Fox in the game is better than not having a Fox in the game, even if he does that. And I can agree. But the facts still remain. The way you approach going to the line is not good enough. And you need to go more. Because even if you get in there and you beat whoever it is, if you got the mismatch on the big or you beat your guy and you're in there, people are going to collapse on you. You can drop the pass back or you can pitch it forward, but you have to penetrate. I don't even need you. Like, even if you didn't go to the rim more, but you just penetrated more, that would be more effective. But you're not doing enough of either. And I do partially blame you for it because it is your style of play, but I blame Luke more than anything else. Buddy Hield, 31 minutes, 21 points. Matches Fox, 7 of 18. He was 4 for 11, which it would be nice if one more of those dropped, but it didn't. Fact of the matter with him, he just did not get to the line enough. He just didn't, and is what it is. Harrison Barnes, 33 minutes, which is only a surprise because we played the garbage minutes guys earlier. 13 points, 5 of 5 is. 5 of 10, or 6 of 12, 5 of even 11, 5 of 12 is all you can really ask for Harrison Barnes. Realistically, 2 of 3 from 3. Yes, exactly. It would be nice for him to get to the free throw line more, but that's going to be that's not going to be a going to the hoop thing. That's going to be like a post type thing, and Harrison Barnes can post. So I say we get a little bit of that going. If there's one person that I want to shoot long twos, and I know this sounds weird, and if you challenge me on it, let me hear. But if there's one person that I want to, well, there's two people that I want to see shoot long twos. The first one, if there's anybody I want to shoot long twos, is Buddy Hield, because he's a shooter and he can shoot and he knocks them down. He does. The only other person I want to shoot long twos is Harrison Barnes. I don't know, me and Tap got this thing going on where like Tap wants Bagley to develop a mid-range game and wants him to shoot long twos and wants him to shoot from the elbow and everything. And I'm fine with that maybe next year being like a normal thing. This year, I still just need Bagley to like work on posting up and not fading away during the post up, working on posting up and going towards the rim. Like, so I want him to just focus on that and setting better picks because I just want him to get pick and roll identity going. And then once he gets pick and roll down and pick and post, then we can get a pick and pop. But Tap understands that my position on that. He doesn't fully agree, and that's just fine. That's why we have this podcast, not because we agree, because we have different perspectives. No. Nemanja Bjelica, 27 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 5 field goal, 1 of 2 from 3. That's kind of Belly's game. Look at his stats last year. Look at his attempts last year. Free throw line, kind of similar with him, except Bjelica, you don't want to be giving him the ball a bunch. So, like, he's not a post guy, so you're not going to be getting him to the line that much, and that's fine because he's there for floor spacing. So, all of that stuff I'm not against. And he did have 7 rebounds, which is interesting because it's funny. I'm like, for what he's supposed to be, he did pretty good for us, and he was a +0. So he was fine. Yeah, only 2 personal fouls, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, and that's really, I mean, if he had none, if he wouldn't have turned it over at all, only had 1, that would have helped a lot more. That's the other thing. Fox only had 5 assists. That's not good. Bogey played 28 minutes, 16 points, fantastic. 5 of 11, very good. 4 of 6 from 3. Yeah, look whose jersey I'm wearing right now. That's right, that's my guy, our Manu, our Drazen Petrovic. He was -16. I do want him to get to the free throw line more. He is another person that can shoot free throws, and he does penetrate, and he does go to the rim. He can. Now, he didn't in here, and the reason why is because their interior defense was kicking our nuts. Did I say that? I haven't been cussing as much as I thought I would be, which is fine. 3 assists as well, 1 rebound, 3 steals too, 3 personal fouls. That's fine. Rashawn Holmes was balling. 17 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 6. Some of that was in garbage time. Don't get me wrong. No 3-pointers, 2 of 2 from the line. Cool. He was a +0. 6 rebounds, 1 turnover, 2 blocks. He got into foul trouble. And that's really, if he hurt us at all, that's what it was, because they got into the penalty real early in the fourth quarter, and that kicked our nuts. Corey Joseph, 14 minutes, 5 points, 1 of 3, 1 of 2 from 3. If the statistics, if the plus minus is +1, is because he hit a 3-pointer, because that is not his shot. 4 rebounds, 2 assists. The 4 rebounds helped him a lot, and then 3 personal fouls. And then Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza hurt us tonight, and he's coming back from getting over something. He had like a non-cancerous tumor, I believe, removed from him. So that didn't surprise me. And the other thing, we rode him too long, and that's because he and Luke used to play together on a team, and he knows Luke really well. They're both LA boys. Not smart, not wise, not cool. We should be giving him time to come back. We shouldn't be pushing him out there. Trevor Ariza probably should have played 7 to 10 minutes max. 0 for 4 from the field. 0 of 3 from 3. -11. He had 1 rebound. He did have 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and 1 personal foul. Everybody else was garbage time. Yogi Ferrell, Justin James, Caleb Swanigan, Wyndham Gabriel, all garbage time. Nothing really to talk about right home about. And that's kind of that. So, all in all, we had horrible interior defense. They were just walking in. Like I said, Dwayne Detman, who was one of my favorite signings, was one of our worst players tonight. And it's not for lack of trying. Like, he was giving the effort, but it just, like, it's our defense and how terrible it is and how bad the communication is. And he thrives off communication. Like, he needs it. Like, he's not a fantastic defender, but he is a good rim protector when everybody else does their job. And other people weren't doing their job. And the main reason was communicating. Like, Fox was just getting hit by big screens. I mean, like Hassan Whiteside and even freaking dude who we traded the pick for, John Collins. Like, they were setting solid screens on Fox, and Fox was just bouncing off like a ping pong ball. And that's his frame, And he doesn't know how to read him. He doesn't know how to get around him. The refs definitely did us in. Don't get me wrong; they didn't do us any favors tonight. But it was our defense. And that we played bad defense. They played good defense, and the offense. They played better offense, but we scored points. And pay attention to those words. They played better offense. Look at the assists. They played better offense. We were able to score points. Scoring points isn't offense. You're on offense, but true offense is a scheme, is a structure, is a flow, and we didn't have that. Like, almost at all did we have that. Our ball movement was atrocious, and our ball movement was atrocious because our body movement was atrocious. You have to move your body. You have to make the defense guess and react and think and shift, and then once you get them out of position, once you get them to do a bad read, that's when you strike. That's when you're going to have your best opportunity. And we, again, try to play too much ISO ball. Way too much. And we just weren't moving enough. We weren't, and that goes back to what I said. Ultimately, we looked confused. We didn't know what we could do, what we would do, what we wanted to do, what we should do. So all we did was stuff. And that score doesn't look as bad as it actually was, because we were getting our teeth kicked in. But hopefully better luck next time. My name is Skip. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure that you follow us over on Twitch, twitch.tv / the Sacktown Breakdown. That's where we do this live. If you're here now, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys being in the chat. Follow the podcast. We do the podcast. I don't know if the breakdowns are going to be. They probably will be. I mean, the breakdowns. These breakdowns should be the podcast too. But we have like our main podcast episodes. So I think if we have a good one, or not even just good, if we have an entertaining one of these, like this one was a little entertaining, this might be a podcast. Yeah. Overall, Luke Walton. I've said enough about him, and I'm going to leave the rest of it and give him some time to figure out what he wants. But only thing I'm going to really hold his feet to the fire tonight for is some of his rotations. There were times. I mean, Harrison Barnes was our center at one point in time for an extended period of time. Like when defense wasn't working, we went full offense, and it just made our defense worse. So I'm going to leave that there. You inspect that. If you watched the game, which hopefully you did, kind of think back to some of these things. I know you probably won't watch it again. I'm like that crazy fool that watches our games like again the next day, unless we have a back-to-back. So just think back to it. See if what I said makes sense. If you're one of those big analysis guys, if you're a Leo BS checking us out right now, or if you're a Matt George, or if you're a Tim Maxwell, or what's my dude's name? Ivanowski. King's Pulse dudes. Shout out. Shout out to all the local King stuff, man. Appreciate you guys. I think we're one big community, and I would like to see us work together. I'd like to see all of us working together. Sacktown Royalty guys, what's up? I would like to see us all work together. And I think we can have a lot of fun together. Not just like, help grow each other's audience, but have a lot of fun together. Suns got robbed tonight. Yeah, you know what? Maybe. I didn't keep up, but, DeAndre Ayton wouldn't have, did what he did, then maybe we'd be singing a different tune, right, bub? Anywho, I appreciate y'all. It's late. I got to get going. Yeah, refs can be trash. It's a hard job, dude. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, it's a hard job. But, but we see them get it wrong all the time. But, I mean, what do we think? They're going to get it right all the time? They're humans. You know what I mean? Buddy Hills Burner, love conquers all. Have a good night, man. Thank you, Buddy Hills Burner. We'll be back soon. I think we got a game tomorrow. I don't know. I'm still reeling from this one. Y'all take care, though. May the force be with you. And the kingdom rises.